what is the gift of prophecy? Well, in the Old Testament, that would be an entirely different answer, because in the Old, they're prophesying about the new and so much more. They're prophesying about Christ, the Messiah. They're prophesying about Israel and the coming kingdom. They're prophesying about all kinds of things in the Old Testament that are fulfilled in the New. So in the Old Testament, prophecy is very much like future telling, because God knows the future and He's revealing it through those Old Testament prophets. Furthermore, we can look at the book of Revelation, and that has to do with the future, of course, too. The return of Christ, the rescue that's coming from Messiah Himself. But what about today? Are there prophets today? What does prophecy look like today? Well, we find our answer in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, as the Apostle Paul tells us that prophecy is for edification and consolation and exhortation. Those are some big words. What are they all about? Well, edification is simply encouragement, building someone up. Consolation is comforting them when they're hurting. And exhorting, well, that's spurring them on to good deeds. So what content would spur a person on to good deeds? What message would exhort people? Well, of course, it's the gospel, the message of the finished work of Christ. So New Testament prophecy is not about future telling. It's not about new content. It's about the gospel itself applied to people's lives. Think about your average Christian counselor. What are they doing? Well, they're spurring people on to new thoughts, new perspectives, and new responses, and they're using the gospel to do so. They're also consoling people who are hurting and building people up, edifying them. This Christian counseling that we see today is very close to what Paul was describing as the gift of prophecy. And that's why in the book of Revelation we're told not to add to that book, not to take away from it. There's no more future telling to be told. The true gift of prophecy is not about going forward in a church service while someone puts their hand on your forehead and knocks you over and tells you that you're going to be in China next year. See, all of that is a very tantalizing distraction. It's tempting for us to be suckers for the sales pitch of a counterfeit gift, especially when the message is about our future. It's almost like going to a palm reader. But the reality is, Jesus Christ is the fulfillment of all prophecy. It's really all about Him. And when we come to New Testament prophets, those are people in the body of Christ who are encouraging us. They're building us up, they're comforting us, and they're exhorting us toward dependency on Jesus, using the gospel message as their fuel and applying it to our lives, our struggles, our difficulties. That's what the true gift of New Testament prophecy is all about.